We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. What we just saw, we saw a lot of last week. He had 5 tackles for loss a week ago and 1 here in the first quarter now.
And I think a lot of that comes from not just his athletic ability and his intelligence and understanding of how he's being blocked and how to get to the ball carriers, but also comes from scheme as well. When you get a guy that high, playing that well, your defense coordinator is looking for ways to create mismatches and get him to the football.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there on the tackle. The Giants at 6-2 to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Dart going to look to throw here. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Giants! Malik Neighbors hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
63. Good. Out.
Hurts sets up to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll empty out the backfield and ready for a 3rd and long. Hurts. Here's a diving catch right side. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Great. 73. Crown left Yeti. Crown left Yeti.
Throwing is Hurts. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. To throw is Dart. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Running left is Tracy. And he'll be taken down near the 20 of the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go. Sammy Lion. Go street.
To throw now, Dart. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Tyrone Tracy, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This going to be returned from the 2. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got some space here.
Well, certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
At the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Dart. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but now let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing, Dart. Touchdown! And Xavier again from 13 yards out. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here's Hurts to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fielded just inside the 20. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out. Picked off by Andrew Makuba. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. Well, this unit very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
They go play action with Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor. It's Sidney Brown with it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Well, this defense for the Giants very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
21-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Right back to Mitchell here. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Great. Set.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Good.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
2nd down and goal. Hurts to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Now back to throw. Now Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing his dart. A short one here, caught by McBride. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the gun, here's Dart. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second and 10. And Hurts going to move him around. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Crowd love Yeti. 180, 180. Hey, Silver.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught by Kellen. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, 63, 60. Hey!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Alpha.
Back to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Great.
On the draw, here's Mitchell. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They're not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now the first carry here for the running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in 1st downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get 1st half scores just like this one.
Mitchell going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over to Chong. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Great. Set.
They'll try to run with Mitchell. And this time he is in. Yes. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
To throw, Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Eagles 6. Harrison Beavis to kick off.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Trimmer. Kyle, let's get him.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. Well, CD, you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game. I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Tyrone Tracy with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Eagles 6. Harrison Beavis to kick off.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. And this one is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
His hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Dart. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now throwing again, here's Dart. That one completes illegal. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 28-yard line.
Ready? 60 by 6, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go!
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Throw left side taken in by Slayton. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Giants 38, Eagles 6.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throwing is Hurts. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Good, set.
Hurts. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Dart going to look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Sidney Brown with it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Go Silver, ready?
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Hey, 73, 73. Tiger Hornet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
At the 19-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Correa. And he stopped immediately there. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. Well, the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
63.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a bit closer. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip. Through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the gun, Dart. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf. Cup 19. Cup 19. Mustang 19.
To the air again, Dart.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Dart.
And this is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hey, I got him, man. I got him. Hut, hut.
Here's Dart once more. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he has another
first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Scatteroo looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
They'll run again.
And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hurt, hurt. Ready, ready.
They'll try to hammer it in with Scatteroo. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Giants extend their lead yet again. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
63.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down, here's Mitchell. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
All right, let me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
180, 180. Hey, thumbs up, alert. Delta.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that.
It's caught at the 10. And they will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. And Xavier Legette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are an extra point away from going up by 40. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Eagles 12.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And these guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The line, this Philly offense set to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Back to throw again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll shift things around.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Intercepted.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
At their own 47-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Rocco, ladies. Hey, Rocco. Come back, team.
Throwing his dart.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. They're up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Great, set. On there, alpha. Go silver, ready? Crowd left, Yanni.
On 2nd and 10. Hurts. And now here's another interception. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard. Touchdown, Giants! Daniel Bellinger, 30 yards. And the Giants continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Great. All right, anyway,
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Give running right is Mitchell. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
An audible here to get a new look. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And my goodness, another interception. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, it hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Dart going to give to Scatteroo.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To throw, Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
70 range.
Looking to throw, Dart. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there's a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us. There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, but every time...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Trey McBride, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are pouring it on.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Harrison Davis to kick off.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now a first carry here for the running back. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Right back to him on first down.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So after a run like that, I would guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 29. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, what was that all game? Or maybe just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on. And a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. We'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, here's Tracy.
And he's got this down to the 35. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering